It was a beautiful spring in Denver, the kind we dream of all winter long. Our very first grandchild had just been born. My husband and I were planning dinner with a group of friends at our favorite Italian restaurant that evening. I put the top down on my convertible and merrily drove to my chiropractor's office, thinking how blessed and grateful I was for my life. As I sat in the office waiting for my appointment, my cell phone rang, and everything in my life shifted. A voice said, "This is Dr. Lucas. Your test results are back, and you have breast cancer. We recommend a mastectomy, then chemotherapy." The world stood still. I walked out of the office, got into my car, and drove home to tell my husband. I have never seen such a look of terror on his face. He was so afraid, and so was I. In the following weeks, there were appointments, research, and tough decisions to be made. Shortly after my surgery, my husband suggested that a walk would be good. We went outside and had just walked a few feet down the sidewalk when my husband stopped and turned to me and said, "Honey, something's wrong. I can't breathe. We gotta go home." Within 48 hours, we were back in the hospital. This time, I was the anxious loved one in the waiting room. My husband had suffered what's called a silent heart attack and was having quadruple bypass surgery. In just a few short weeks, my world had been rocked to the core again. I made some decisions that day as I sat waiting for news of my husband's surgery. I vowed that I would live every day to the fullest. I committed to deeply loving and cherishing my family and friends, and to focus on creating joy and connection in my life. As a result of my cancer and his heart attack, my husband and I made some life-changing decisions that spring, and my second act began. First, I was in charge of all human resources and national recruiting for a growing financial services company. I'll never forget the day I walked into the president's office. "Jerry, I've decided to leave the company." "You can't leave. The company is so successful and growing. You'll be getting lots of big bonuses this year. You're the engine that helps us grow. You can't leave," he said. I shared with him my dream of starting my own coaching practice. I knew for sure that I couldn't wait. I had to pursue my passion. He reluctantly accepted my resignation. It was a risky decision, but the beginning of my second act. Secondly, our daughter and her family had moved from Denver to Tucson the year before. As my husband and I continued to examine what was important, we realized that being near them was truly our heart's desire. So we relocated to Tucson. And what a wonderful decision that was. We so enjoyed being with our 2 grandchildren in Tucson, and within a year it got even better. My daughter had twins. I was blessed to be in the delivery room the day they were born. What a gift. I continued to expand my coaching business nationally, creating and offering retreats for people experiencing tough life and career transitions, like changing careers or going through divorce. My work always included a focus on living with passion and purpose, and realizing that each of us has special gifts and talents to express. I was blessed with over 20 years being cancer-free and 20 years of amazing clients who made successful life and career transitions. I felt I was truly making an impact on the lives of others and very passionate about my work. Then, one day, while sitting at my desk, another unexpected call came in that changed my life. It was from a client named Diane who had done a retreat with me 6 years earlier. She said, "Kay, I was diagnosed with intermediate stage breast cancer a year ago. I've just finished a tough year of treatments and surgeries. My breast cancer has been life-changing. But since my treatment ended, I feel unsettled about the future. I'm at a loss for what's next in my life. All I know is I want more meaning and purpose." She talked to many doctors, other survivors, therapists, coaches, and had done much research. She could find no one who could help her get her life back on track. Then she surprised me by saying, "I'm calling to ask you if you would consider refining your retreat program for breast cancer survivors." Wow, without hesitation, I said, "Yes, yes, yes." So now my second act is even bigger with my Emergence Survivorship Program. We offer a weekend retreat called Creating a Life of Passion, Purpose, and Promise. Held in an Arizona guest ranch or in a Colorado mountain lodge. You see, if you're a cancer survivor, you know that cancer is truly life-changing. It leaves us questioning who we are and what we want out of life. Our retreats are a personal formula for what's next, where survivors reconnect with their most joyful times and what matters most. We uncover life meaning and purpose, roast marshmallows by the fire, discuss common fears and challenges and hopes and dreams, take nature walks, and share meals. I've been so blessed to witness true transformation at our retreats. For example, on the first day of her retreat, I remember a survivor named Jackie saying, "I want to get back to who I am. I'm not leading the life that I want." During the retreat, she realized that she was much more focused on her career than on her family, often working late. She was ignoring her passions for travel and gardening. She decided that simplifying her life was her goal, and at the retreat created an action plan to do just that. The last time I spoke with her, it was a few minutes after 5 o'clock in the afternoon. This former workaholic was sitting outside with a cup of tea, gazing at her garden. As a result of the retreat, she and her husband had decided to move out of the city and into a remote area and downsize. She even bought baby chicks in anticipation of her country life. In addition, she and her family were about to leave on a trip to Ireland. I am so honored and blessed to be working with courageous survivors to rediscover who they are at their very best and to reconnect them with the joy and inspiration in their lives. I look back over the last 20 years. My husband and I thought our lives were blessed before, but our health crises caused us to make changes that are the real blessings. They are our second acts. And now my heart sings more than ever.